I said, go and meet Buhari and ask him.
He didn't hunt them down?
Who are the people doing the kidnapping? Who are the people? They refer to them as bandits. Who are the people carrying out the banditry?
Are they in our forest around here?
The entire Yoruba land is occupied by them.
As we are talking now?
As I'm talking to you.
General Togun?
Yes.
So when you were in Amotekun, did you try to tackle them?
I did everything I can. But I didn't have cooperation.
Cooperation from who? From Oyo State Governor?
Government, yes.
Oyo State Governor?
Yes.
How?
I can't start saying all these things.
At least give us a hint. What is it that you wanted?
Come. I wanted NCOs from the military, non-commissioned officers, to be recruited, to be put as coordinators in the various local governments. I couldn't achieve that.
Why? What was the reason? They were not available to be recruited or what?
They are available. Now, I don't want to talk more on this. I said they are supposed to be zonal commanders. And I wanted retired combatant officers of the rank of captain or major to be zonal commanders of Amotekun in various zones.
You didn't achieve that?
I didn't achieve it. I don't want to delve much in that area.
Are we under threat in the southwest?
The governor the other said that bandits were about 2 kilometers away from where he had his birthday. The entire Ibarapa, the entire Okeogun, they are saturated
with
these people.
They are in the forest. They are with guns.
Of course.
What do they want?
They have said it, that Allah has given them the land of Nigeria as their inheritance. That's why they were.
They are camped in the forest?
They are all over.
You just came from Shaki?
Yeah.
You came, but you still live in Shaki?
I live there.
So why are you still there if they are all over?
They can't come and attack me.
They are not coming out of the forest?
They are coming out and kidnapping people and taking ransom.
Is there anything we can do? Is there anything we can do as a people? What do we do? You are a retired military officer. You've operated within Amotekun. What do we do?
The only thing is that the government, even up to federal level, should look for people who will tell them the truth and they will follow the truth.
What is the truth?
The truth is that there's an invasion.
But we can stop them.
It is only government that can do it.
Can the military bomb them out of the forest?
The military is trying now because they give them the assignment. But security is a military matter anywhere in the world. But in Nigeria, we hand over security to police. Police is only to detect, identify, combat crime and prosecute crime. Crime is not security. I know areas of security that the military handles for American government. I know areas of security that the British military handle for Britain, and the same thing in Germany, all over the place. But here they think security is police matter, which is not.
The governor has raised the alarm. You are also raising the alarm again.
What I'm saying now is that, okay, it's only in Nigeria. Everything security. Ask the police. When they are handling internal security problem, when it is beyond their power, what do? They call on army. Is there. That what happened in Zaria, that they said army went and shot students. The police could no longer handle that problem. So there's a form they feel inviting army, okay, come and take over. And it is not every army officer that is a security man.
You are a combatant officer.
Yes.
And that was why the governor chose you to come in at the time when you came in. Mm-hmm. Would you say you were successful during your time?
I was not, because I was not given the opportunity to operate.
Does Amotekun need automatic weapons?
Of course.
Because you cannot tackle the bandits in the forest.
Listen, I know, come. I know. But it is there in the law establishing Amotekun that the IG, that the Amotekun people, the state government can apply to the IG to approve weapon for Amotekun. But the IG will not do it.
Now we have a Yoruba president. You have complained about Buhari. Buhari's era is gone. Mm-hmm. This is Tinubu's era. Mm-hmm. A Yoruba man. Mm-hmm. Don't you think something will change?
If he gets people who will tell him the truth and give him the advice on how to handle it. That's all.
Have you tried to advise him?
I don't have any connection with him.
Advise him now.
The issue, like I said, they should stop handing security matter only to police.
But soldiers are involved. You were brought in because you are a retired military officer.
Who?
And I know, sir, at some point, the governor brought in the military to invade the forests. I think that was...
The governor hasn't got power. It's only the president that can involve the military. He's the only commander-in-chief who can say, yes, go and do this.
So Tinubu should tell the military not to move in?
They are already moving.
In the southwest?
No, not in the southwest.
Because they are bombing them in the northwest?
Yes.
And the governor said they are now running to the southwest?
They are not running to that. They are already in the southwest. That's what I'm saying. They are already here.
Did you see them in the forest?
Come. When they kidnap, we are using hunters. They go in. They find that it's Fulani harassment.
The hunters will see them?
Yes.
And we cannot attack them?
The only thing was that we told those hunters they should be careful. If they kill, who's going to back them up? To say, yes.
You have to wait for you to...
All we do is just make sure that when they go to look for them, they run away.
So why do we have Amotekun? What do we need then if it's not...
Amotekun is not independent. Amotekun is stated clearly there. Amotekun is to assist police.
So Amotekun cannot invade the forest and get the bandit?
Come. If Amotekun wants to invade, police will take the lead. Because Amotekun is said to assist police. Even if Amotekun arrests, they investigate, they hand over back to police for prosecution.
And that cannot solve the problem?
Exactly. People have to move into the bush, patrol. Police will not do it. And if police fails to do it, Amotekun can't do it. Because it's to assist police. So police will be the one, Amotekun, let us go on patrol.
General Kunle Tugu, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that was Brigadier General Kunle Togun, retired, talking about
insecurity. We will tackle them. We will deal with them. But if we took knowledge seriously, we would not allow this to fester. And when I talk about knowledge, researchers have done credible works on insecurity in Africa, in Nigeria. Just that our governments don't look into this work to prevent these issues before they happen. If you have read the book, Africa's Security Challenges in the 21st Century, Power, Principles and Praxis in Global Politics, written by Tunde Adeniro, you would understand the point I am making. So if you are a government official, are you a politician? Are you a scholar? Are you interested in history and analysis? I recommend Professor Tunde Adeniro's book to you. It's entitled Africa's Security Challenges in the 21st Century, Power, Principles and Praxis in Global Politics. This is a book that will help us solve some of our security challenges in Nigeria and Africa. This book gives a political outlook on Africa's security imperatives. And if you read this book, it can bring about sustainable peace, meaningful democracy, justice, equitable development, and advantageous global presence in a world of unsettling scenarios. Africa's Security Challenges in the 21st Century, a book written by Professor Tunde Adeniro, is a classic. You can get your copy. You can order your copy on udarabooks.com. You can order copies of this book on udarabooks.com. You can also order copies through my WhatsApp number 080 999 18449. The program is State Affairs on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Stay tuned.
Here we go.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live. Stay tuned.
Some would think that you betrayed Tinubu.
Yeah, that's their cup of tea.
You know, when the news started.
Yeah, some of them even said he was the one feeding me, that he was the one who made me, he was the one who did this, who did that. Look, Tinubu has always known that I'm an independent person.
So when you guys went to him to contribute to the founding of the news,
yes,
what was the deal?
Well, I never knew him until that moment. We got to know him through Chris Mama, a former journalist who was an aide to, who later became an aide to Atiku. So he was the one who introduced us, and he said he loved our stance against Babangida, against Abiola, asking us to go and apologize and that kind of that. Oh, he would love to invest in us. And like many other investors, invested in us, and we became friends. You know, we became allies. You know, I mean, if anything comes up, you come in and seek my opinion. He will tell you that Femi will tell you straight. He will tell you the way it is. In fact, let me give you a little story. I think in year 2000, was it year 2002 or 2001? I went visiting him on January 1 with my two sons. One of them is a lawyer and the other is another accountant. And we just walked in there and he came down and one of the boys just shot his hand to shake him. I said, is that the way you are going to greet me? I'm the governor of Lagos State. And the boy said, and so what? You want to knock my head on the ground because you are governor?
He said that to him?
It was 5, yes. I said, I'm a Babaini. That's his father's son. That kind of. Just to tell you the way he perceives me. He knows that I'm not a katawala. I'm not somebody that koto to people. I will tell you if you are doing well. I will tell you if you are not doing well. I will tell you what you don't like to hear. I just put out a story in Leaders and Their Men, where, when after he won, the security shows a sobriquet of what is it called now? Superman. For him, there's a code they use for leaders when they're guarding you. So when they're talking about you, others will not know they are talking about you. So they give you Superman. And I went to him and I said, no, you can't be a Superman. I said, there is a way it's going to affect your psyche when they begin to see you as Superman. I said, we have to choose something else, because only God is a Superman.
You told him that?
I told him that, how old was I then? And, and what did
he accept your advice?
Oh, yes. He said, okay, Femi, what do you want them to come? I said, let's speak Igbo. And he accepted.
Eagle.
So,
but now you say lion.
Well, I don't know.
It's not a lion. If I had moved from the lion of Bodilum.
Let me give you another example.
Okay.
I don't know whether you want me to say it, but I think I will say it. For the sake of those who were calling me betrayer or that kind of, this guy just guys who have no sense of history. He called me one day and said I should come to Ikoyi, and I went to him. I said, congratulations to me. I said, what is that? He said he has been called by Yaradua to come and be his finance minister under the government of unity. I said, finance minister under Yaradua, you are AC or ACN, you want to go. Are you not a student of history in this country? Do you not see what happened to Bolaige? I said, you are digging your political grave if you accept that kind of job. And as we were saying that, a colleague of us entered, Rauf Aregbesola, and I said, same thing to him. Aregbesola said, no, Femi is right. That's not a job to take. And that was how we killed the idea. A businessman came in to join us and said, Femi, Rauf, you guys are too radical. This thing will benefit all of us. I said, no, we are not looking for that kind of benefit. We are looking for this man's survivor. He's our leader. Our dream for him is bigger than going to be a minister in the Yaradua's government. 9 months down the line, they will arrest him and try him, and they will finish him off the way they did to Bolaige, Uncle Bolaige.
So your dream for him at that time was what?
Yeah, it was, that we wanted a leader. We all came around him, supplying him with ideas, helping him with his vision and everything. And, I admire him for, accepting our advice in those days.
It seems both of you have come a long way.
We have. So we cannot. We cannot quarrel. It's not about quarrel. It's about at a point in time, our vision. Taking different routes. That's all. It's not a personal thing. I'm just coming in from Lagos. I went to attend the wedding of Bayo Onanuga's daughter. Bayo Onanuga is the chief media person to Tinubu now.
And that's your man.
And that's my man. I was best man at his wedding. So people were seeing me and they were saying, we never knew you were going to be here. Yeah, thank you for coming. I said, what do you think? You think we were boxing each other?
He's almost on every page it's here.
Yeah,
Bayo Onanuga.
Yeah, so it's not personal. Nothing about that is personal. For me, loyalty to friendship, it's on a lesser scale to loyalty to country. Whatever I have to do that will uplift 200 million Nigerians, that will make Nigeria respected in the Committee of Nations, that will make us live a good life. I can sacrifice my family for that. Of course, that was exactly what I did when I fought Abacha. I sacrificed my family. My wife, I was newly married, and I was running out of the country, coming back, going to jail, being arrested. My wife was all over the town. That is a sacrifice. My children were young. Again, why did I do that? I could have lived a much more comfortable life, going around collecting money from people, buying.
I was discussing with somebody one day. He was saying, I said, come, you are very close to Buhari. Go and meet him. A general is a soldier for life. Ask him that in the military, when foreigners enter your territory carrying arms, what is it you are told in the military? They are described to us as invaders.
Invaders.
And what did the military say we should do with them? We are to hunt them down like rabbits and eliminate them. I said, go and meet Buhari and ask him.
He didn't hunt them down?
Who are the people doing the kidnapping? Who are the people? They refer to them as bandits. Who are the people carrying out the banditry?
Are they in our forest around here?
The entire Yoruba land is occupied by them.
As we are talking now?
As I'm talking to you.
General Togun?
Yes.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live.
Was Buhari against Tinubu?
He didn't tell me so because I put many questions to him.
You asked Buhari?
Oh yeah, many questions.
What were those questions?
One, he wanted me to see that he was not the one who instigated Osibajo to contest against Tinubu. And he made it clear. He said in his own culture, when his mentor is interested in one position, you don't contest with him. But when Osibajo came, he was surprised and he only wished him well.
Tinubu was Osibajo's mentor.
Oh, that's the way Buhari put it to me.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live.
Are we under threat in the southwest?
We are still there. The governor the other said that bandits were about 2 kilometers away from where he had his body. The entire Ibarapa, the entire Okeogun, they are saturated.
Wait.
With these people.
They are in the forest. They are with guns.
Of course.
What do they want?
They have said it. That Allah has given them the land of Nigeria as their inheritance.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live.
Have you heard people screaming Ibinkpami?
Come to my compound here, I will give you plenty of tomato, plenty of things to,
There's hunger in the land.
If you are lazy, if you are in Nigeria.
There's hunger in the land.
If you are lazy in Nigeria, a corn, just a seed of corn, put it on soil. In under 3 months, you have about 1,000 seeds. Nigeria, except lazy people.
Lazy people?
Yes. In Nigeria.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live.
You are towing the Buhari line. Where Buhari called Nigerian youths lazy.
Honestly, what I mean is that he who does not work shall not eat.
They are working. There's no even job.
Oh.
There's unemployment. Inflation is more than 30%. Chief Akande.
Look, come to my place in Ila. I will take you to my farm. I harvest.
Should I announce to the world that we should move to a loud Ogun to come and eat from your farm?
I only feed myself. I try to feed myself. Go around my house, this one. Go around. You will see my vegetables. I eat from the compound here. I don't go out.
State Affairs with Edmond Obilo is live.
Bola Ige encouraged you to be governor of Osun State, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You were not even interested?
No.
You are never interested?
Because I didn't see what I was going to gain other than service at the direction my leadership wanted.
But he kept persuading you to move in.
Oh, yes, he did. He did.
And you moved in.
Oh, yes. Oh, it is in obedience to his instruction that I contested governorship. Honestly. And he spent all the money that made me the governor.
He spent all the money?
Kobo.
You didn't spend one kobo?
One kobo.
Or you didn't have money?
I didn't have. And I told him.
Chief Bisi Akande, I thought you were very rich.
I'm a very poor person.
You're no longer poor, right?
I struggle.
You're no longer poor.
Well, I'm not rich, all the same. I'm not rich.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
The Chief Bisi Akande interview on State Affairs. Are you in this class of history, politics, and power? If you're here, let me hear your voice. Can somebody say hello to the radio man? 070694 930 00. 070694 930 00 or 070144 75770 070144 75770. Say hello to the radio man. The radio man is here. Did you hear the voice of Bisi Akande there from our governor of Osun State? Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, but so that call is not flowing. Let it flow. You try again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Akim Oladokopomoyo.
Good to hear your voice.
I salute you. I'm one of your students. Follow you all the time. I listen to your program all the time. May Almighty Allah increase you all in ramification.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. I wish you well. Who is the next caller? Let me know you are in class this morning. It is the class of history, politics, and power. Have you read this book, Philosophy of African Liberation? Dismantling the tripod stand of bondage in Africa. Good morning. The ball is in your court.
How can we liberate ourselves? How can Nigeria be out of this bondage? Because so many of our leaders that has been, the story they are giving to us, what we read about them is not what we are seeing now. Insecurity in Nigeria. How can we stop it? I believe identification is part of security in Nigeria. And we don't have security. In old one generally, 2 is not up to 7 days. In an Okada biker was killed because the place was so dark. When are we moving up? Look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. It's not up to 2 years. When Traoré got the power, he has tried to stop the bandits, introduce the drone to tackle the insecurity in the country. Is it not the electricity we are going to use?
Thank you.
To produce all this? Where are we going?
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you for calling the radio station. Who is next? The radio man is here. Good morning.
Edmund.
I greet you.
Let me first of all say Happy New Year.
Baba, that's you. Where have you been?
It's me, I like Chief Sulaiman Oladipo.
Good to hear your voice again.
Thank you. Well done. Anytime you talk security, it's like you have given me an injection. And I will always listen to talk. You see, I've been talking the air, and I'm happy I successfully bring them into your mind. You see, I'm happy you brought Brigadier General Togo. But one thing, you see, the gentleman refused to mention was what I had always mentioned to Nigerians and to anybody in government, that the Nigerian government in the past, they have spent a lot of money training soldiers who wanted to lead the army security. They spend a lot in training. I am one of the beneficiaries. It's a pity. I told you sometimes ago that because of my age, that I could not go out to do arm carrying, to fight banditry, to fight armed robbers, to fight. Look, you say, Brigadier General Togo knows what I am talking. That, and I'm happy when he said he wanted zonal commanders in Amotekun to be captain and major upwards. You see, the government, what the government has at its disposal is sufficient for them to fight any kind, be it armed robbery or whatever. You see, the people trained along with me have not, except one who is a very close friend of mine, went into security and some companies enjoyed him. We live together right here in Ibadan. The company he worked with enjoyed him, and they regretted living in service. Permit me not to mention him. I have a lot of things at my disposal to show people that government train people to fight, who fight crime, but they didn't want to make use of them. Edmund, are you listening to me?
You.
Hello?
Yes, Baba, I'm listening
You
to
are
you.
still hearing me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, thank you. Yes. In the southwest here, I always suggested the traditional rulers are very, very, they are the nearest to fight crime at the grassroots. Violence. I'm happy in your state here we have upgraded some violence. They are now others, and it could be useful.
Okay, Baba, you have to round off now.
I'm rounding up. I want to summarize what I have said. Let the government use ex-military men, those who are still younger. And I'm sure the government has not stopped training security personnel who soldiers that are leaving the army into the outside world. They should use them, those who are properly trained. See, the police can only prosecute. They are not in charge. It is only soldiers that can.
Thank you.
Look, right here,
Baba,
in my community here.
I'll have to
while
let
I was
you go.
younger.
Baba, I have to let you go now. I have an interview. Good morning. Yes, Chukwuemeka Enekwechi has written a book, Philosophy of African Liberation, Dismantling the Tripod Stand of Bondage in Africa. That is Chief Bolaniwa there. I had to let him go because I have an interview now. Yes, he writes in this book that due to absence of an organic social-political evolution or concerted union, the constituent groups in many African countries have never agreed or been given a chance to agree on their union, noble vision, or national purpose. So they always suspect, fight, and hinder one another. Chukwuemeka Enekwechi, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you so much.
You have written a work, Philosophy of African Liberation. What do you want?
Thank you so much, Edmondo Bilo, for this wonderful opportunity to be on this stage with you. The book Philosophy of African Liberation is one of a series of researches that has been going on since 2013. And in this process, we've written more than 200 articles and about 4 different books. Now, about the book Philosophy of African Liberation, it is to be known clearly that every society begins with a philosophy. Every society is built on a philosophy. You can call it philosophy, some people call it ideology. And if you understand the ideology upon which a society is built, then every other thing on it will begin to make sense. But when people do not understand the philosophy or the ideology upon which their society is built, they will keep on bumping into each other. The Bible said, I think it is in Amos 3:3, two cannot walk unless they agree. If two cannot walk unless they agree, more than 250 ethnic groups or 500 different languages cannot walk unless they agree on a common philosophy. So that is why I went deep to research what is the ideology behind Nigeria's formation and the union, and also all the other African countries.
What did you discover?
What I discovered is that we are not the ones that created our philosophy. The philosophy is what I call philosophy of favorite slaves by the colonial masters. So the philosophy of favorite slave is the belief that Africans are naturally inferior and will always depend on foreign intervention for survival, and that the four institutions of public regulation must be manned by the most Europeanized Africans. These four institutions of public regulation are government, religion, academia, and mass media. So when these four institutions of public regulation are manned by most Europeanized Africans, then they can sustain the intervention of the foreigners, colonialists, for say. So with this ideology at the background, we will remain unproductive, number one, because in this book, the triple stand of freedom, of bondage, is the thing that we have to dismantle. And this triple stand of bondage is one, imposed nationhood. In the whole of Africa, especially in Nigeria, the most ripe case, all the ethnic communities and kingdoms were joined together without consent. In fact, it's like people that are held together at gunpoint. If you try to leave, they shoot you. That is number one. Number two is land expropriation law. When in 1885, there was this Berlin conference where the Europeans, they brought the map of Africa and then shared it to themselves, the land.
Yeah.
And after they shared the land on the map, many of them haven't been to the land. After they shared it, then they came to enforce it with guns. So after they came to enforce this land law with guns, it implied that all the lands now belong to the colonial masters, to the Europeans. And when they were leaving, they transferred this same land expropriation law to the government, many of whom were trained under them to continue the system of human and natural resource extraction. So it is an extractive philosophy that the Europeans brought here. Then the third one is contest for foreign products. Human beings are beings of conflict. We always conflict each other. No matter what you get today, tomorrow you want another. So humans can use this conflict energy positively or negatively. For instance, C. Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, both of them championed the world football for about 15 years because they were competing on something. And something they were competing on was something positive. So whenever C. Ronaldo could try to be lazy, he will remember that Messi is practicing more. So he begins to practice more. Now, if someone had shifted their purpose of conflict or their rivalry to killing each other, then they would not have grown to the extent that we know them. So conflict can be either positive or negative. The conflict that the Europeans brought here is conflict of contest for foreign products, for consumption, instead of contest for production, for socio-industrial productivity and influence. So these are the triple stand of bondage that I illustrated in this particular book. impose nationhood, land expropriation law, and contest for foreign products.
So by implication, African states are yet to be liberated.
Completely. They are not liberated because the philosophy at the background is still there. The philosophy of the favorite slaves, they are still there.
Obviously, you are on a mission.
Yes.
What's your mission?
The mission is to liberate Africa by changing the philosophy that is reigning right now to a new philosophy. And that is the philosophy I called ideology of intercultural liberty. It is one of my books, second book actually after this one. It is ideology of intercultural liberty. It is the belief that there is something great in every community and kingdom, and so they all deserve the liberty to own, modify, and use their cultural, human, and natural resources to prosper and to manifest their greatness to their communities, their nation, continent, and the world. And that the four institutions of public regulation, which are government, religion, academia, and mass media, are only made to support these communities and their members to manifest their greatness. So when these four institutions are at the service of communities and their members, the communities grow. But when the four institutions are imposed on communities and their members, the communities will continue to go down, decline, and die.
So as its presently stands, these institutions are imposed
yes.
on the people.
Yes, 100%. The government in Nigeria and Africa was not created by the people. Now, when people talk about government, they talk about democracy and dictatorship. The difference between democracy and dictatorship is that democracy is developed from consent of the people. The laws in a democratic setting are developed from the consent of the people upon whom they will be enforced. But in a dictatorship, the government is imposed after conquering the people, and then the law they put there do not come from the consent of the people. They are imposed irrespective of the interest of the people.
So, is Nigeria a democracy?
Not yet. It is what I call a rotational dictatorship. It's rotating. You know, you be the dictator today, I be the dictator tomorrow, maybe Obasanjo and Buhari. It's just rotating dictatorship. The consent of the people upon whom the system will work has not come.
So consent of the people must come from a liberated people.
Thank you. Exactly. That is the idea. That a people who are economically and politically liberated have to come together around one ideology, around one purpose, because an ideology is a goal, it's a story. So a story of where we are going to, a story of our purpose, a story of what we want to give to the world, because your ideology is also, for it to be growing, you have to be able to replicate it. So it has to be something we are going to give to the world. And that's why I'm bringing in this ideology of intercultural liberty to cut across.
Ideology of intercultural liberty.
Yes.
How does that ideology solve the ethnic question?
Good. The ethnic question is this. There is no country right now, a big country that you know, that is just one ethnicity. It's about different people after a long time of relating together, they just come and say, let's become one. Now, how the ideology solves the ethnic problem is that it brings about private property rights. It's what makes people fight is land and the resources in it. That's one of the major things that make people fight. Now, from the definition of the intercultural liberty, as the belief that there is something great in every community and culture. There is something great in every community and culture. So they deserve the liberty to own, modify, and use their own. So with this liberty for people to own their own, then they can begin to look inwards to see what can we develop from ourselves, what can we develop from our land, from our own intellect, from all the all the resources that God has given us, how can we develop it? And then partner with other people, collaborate with other people, as long as that respect for their own resources are there.
You know, in recent time, I've not read a work that so impressed me, especially coming from a young generation, your generation. I must commend you for this work.
Thank you so very much.
You know, why
Thank
reading
you
it?
so
You
very
see,
much.
I've been smiling while you've been talking. Because I said, okay, when I read your work,
Yes.
there's this energy that it resonated with me.
Thank you.
I felt the future is safe. I thought young persons have lost it.
Uh-huh.
But here is a young Nigerian who writes deep philosophical thought on politics and development. The reason I'm recommending this book to you, Philosophy of African Liberation, Dismantling the Tripod Stand of Bondage in Africa, written by Chukwuwike Enekwechi. You can see the book. Yes, this is philosophy, African philosophy. You didn't just write a book, you have launched a movement.
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
tell me about your movement?
Thank you so much. So the movement is Restart Nigeria. It actually began in the University of Ibadan when I went there for my master's in 2016. So I was admitted to study biomedical ethics at the University College Hospital, UCH, at the Department of Surgery. So while there, I began the thought came to me to get a group of people who would do the research that I already began earlier. So I got a group of scholars, young students, then who supported in the research that eventually came into this and other books. So this group of scholars, we worked together till July last year, after we have developed the ideology of intercultural liberty. Now we say it is time to bring it out to the people. So right now what we are doing is to get other youths from different states to start disseminating this ideology of intercultural liberty to the communities in preparation for a Restart National Conference.
That's a big one.
Yes, it is a big one. A very
Are you a
big one.
dreamer?
Oh my God, yes I am.
I like those who dream.
Yes I am.
You know, the first time you explained it, I went to him, I said, see a dreamer before me.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you
keep
so much.
dreaming.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, we've just started a conversation. This is like an intro.
Yes,
So soon we'll begin to take this work page
by page.
by page
Okay,
to send the message. We've just started.
thank you so much.
You will be back again because I
Yes.
want us to study this work
Thank you.
on the show because it's a class of history, politics, and power.
Yes.
So when next I bring you again, I'll tell you we are dealing with page 2
Two.
to 10.
Be sure I'll be ready. In fact, as it is now, there's this analogy we use about someone who ate garlic, and after eating garlic, it's the smelling from all his body. I think the knowledge or idea of Restart Nigeria is smelling from my body. That's whenever when I come here, I will do it very well.
Order this book from udarabooks.com. Yes, order it from udarabooks.com. You can order your copy through my WhatsApp number 080 999 18449. 080 999 18449. The title of the book is Philosophy of African Liberation, Dismantling the Tripod Stand of Bondage in Africa. Philosophy of African Liberation, Dismantling the Tripod Stand of Bondage in Africa, written by Chukwuwike Enekwechi. Another book I'm recommending to you is The Foundations of Nigeria. The Foundations of Nigeria. You can see it's a big book. The Foundations of Nigeria, edited by Adebayo Oyebade. That is The Foundation of Nigeria. It's a book you should read. Get your copy on udarabooks.com. udarabooks.com. splash.fm@gmail.com or through my WhatsApp number. The program is State Affairs on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Stay tuned.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Splash FM 105.5.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
We're talking about waste disposal, management of waste. How is government and its agent managing waste in our communities? So we have come to see waste agents doing their work, how the people of the communities are responding to the task that their community has placed on them. It's often said that health is wealth, and for wealth to be created within a society, the people must be healthy. Being healthy also means proper waste management, and that is what is going on here. Environmental health officers are also doing their job, as you can see.
Yes, ma'am. Sala fẹ́ àlàbáyé ma. Ẹ má bínú. Yes, ma'am. Sala fẹ́ àlàbáyé ma. Dókèrè ma. A wá sí àdúgbò yín. A wá rí tí wọ́n drop ilẹ̀ sínú drainage báyìí. Tẹ̀lé ma àsìkò òjò láwa yìí. Àsìkò òjò láwa yìí. Ìsìn ìwọ̀n ò sí shop tójú ò bá rọ̀. Níbo wọ́n expect kí ó gbélé lọ. Ma?
Máa sọ fún tó bá ti wá.
Okay, ma. Báwo lẹ ṣe manage lẹ́yìn ma? Báwo lẹ ṣe ń dá lẹ́nu?
Man disposes the time.
Kita ni people ma.
For refuse collectors.
Refuse collectors. Okay. Any drum.
One in
Okay.
I don't know you now.
We are environmental heads.
Of course I know.
Kò sí nǹkan tó lè bá yín lẹ́rù ẹ free.
Sincerely, we come in peace. Sorry, ma. Sincerely speaking, we don't have any hidden agenda to you.
Of course I do, but please. But
take a look to the I withdraw me and my evidence to contractors.
I cannot lie to you. It's because you said. It's because you said there's a phone me the jail taking but I mean got to let me
Ìgbà mélòó ni wọ́n máa ń wá?
I think they come thrice in a month.
Ẹ̀mí ló wọ́n ti wá lóṣù yìí.
Mi kì í sílé torí pé mo máa lọ bí iṣẹ́. Bọ́lá mi sọ̀yà ló jẹ́ kí n wà nílé.
Àmọ̀ bóyá wọ́n fún yín receipt.
Yes, wọ́n máa ń shop receipt.
Èló lẹ máa ń san lórí receipt yẹn mọ́? Tàbí ṣe mọ orúkọ ẹni tó ń sáfìsì yín tó jẹ́ agent tó ń sáfìsì yín fún tọmọ abáyé kó ilẹ̀ yín?
They just changed.
Bí ìgbà wo ma?
Wọ́n ṣe change ẹni.
Bí ìgbà wo ni?
I think like 2 months ago.
4 months? 2 months ago.
If you're healthy, that's the only time you can move around and say maybe you want to engage in different kind of activities that will bring in money. So, for example, if the entire area, the entire zone is not clean enough, you see a lot of diseases and all around. And what does disease cause? It causes unhealthy people. Obviously, when people are unhealthy, there's no way they can engage in any economic activities as well.
We have seen this AUC coming since almost 4 or 5 months now, picking our refuse here and there. But what we discussed in the meeting is that the money is somehow exorbitant.
Bola Ige encouraged you to be governor of Osun State, right?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You were not even interested.
No.
You are never interested.
Because I didn't see what I was going to gain other than service at the direction my leadership wanted.
But he kept persuading you to move in.
Oh yes, he did.
And you moved in.
Oh yes, it is in obedience to his instruction that I contested governorship. Honestly. And he spent all the money that made me the governor.
He spent all the money?
Kobo.
You didn't spend 1 kobo?
1 kobo.
Or you didn't have money?
I didn't have, and I told him.
Chief Bisi Akande, I thought you were very rich.
I'm a very poor person.
You are no longer poor, right?
I struggle.
You are no longer poor.
Well, I'm not rich, all the same. I'm not rich.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Have you heard people screaming Ibinkpami?
Come to my compound here, I will give you plenty of tomato, plenty of things to,
There's hunger in the land.
If you are lazy, if you are in Nigeria.
There's hunger in the land.
If you are lazy in Nigeria, a corn, just a seed of corn, put it on soil. In under 3 months, you have about 1,000 seeds. Nigeria, except lazy people.
Lazy people?
Yes. In Nigeria.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
The program is State Affairs on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. That voice you heard is the voice of our former governor of Osun State, Chief Bisi Akande. Remember, Akande was an interim chairman of the All Progressives Congress. The Bisi Akande interview on State Affairs, don't miss it. He takes us into the politics of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the politics of APC leading to the 2023 presidential election. Now let's talk about Think Canada Education Fairs. Have you heard of Think Canada Education Fairs? Are you thinking of studying in Canada? I have Tukeni Obasi, a certified Canadian immigration consultant, on State Affairs. It's good to have you here.
Good morning, Edmund. I'm so happy to be here.
Good. I want to go to Canada. Can you take me?
Oh, yeah. That's what I do. Every day I take people to Canada who want to go. Yes.
Tell me about Think Canada Education Fairs.
So Think Canada Education Fair is one of the top education fairs that we hold in Nigeria. This is our 11th year. So we bring schools from Canada, lots of schools. Last time we had 28 schools coming to talk to Nigerian students. They are reps, those who represent the schools directly, to talk about their programs and then to offer admissions to Nigerian students who want to study in Canada.
And that fair is taking place in Ibadan?
Yes, this year we've decided to go to other cities to spread out and get people to have opportunity to get this information, because as they say, information is power. So we're in Ibadan today to meet with people, students, their parents, everybody, anybody who wants to know more about Canada, who wants to know about studying in Canada, and also even as a consultant, anyone who also is looking at opportunity to have a second passport and relocate to Canada. We can talk about that definitely.
So you'll be teaching them how to understand the Canadian admission process for universities and colleges?
Yes, we will be doing that. We have a university rep that will be in attendance. We also have some other university institution, some other educational institution that does Canadian education that will be there to talk to them. We also represent, we work in partnership with Maple Education Canada. They represent over 70 Canadian institutions. And so we'll be able to get a good fit for anybody who is there. Whatever your program is, we should be able to find a school among all those many schools that would definitely have your program of choice.
And this is happening today?
It's happening today.
At Jogos Center?
Yes, at Jogos Center at 10 a.m. Today. 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. We'll be there all day, waiting to talk with whoever wants to come.
It is happening at the function hall of Jogo Center.
Definitely, yes, you're correct.
Jogo Hall, Jogo Center, function hall. That is where it is taking place. And it is today. At the fair, will you be talking about pathways to permanent residency and after studying in Canada?
Yes, we will be. Because Canada is a favorite destination for international students, and that is because they know that Canada has a very definite pathway for those who studied there, and after their studies they can get work permits. After work permits, they can qualify to apply for permanent residence if they so wish.
We are discussing Think Canada Education Fair. Think Canada Education Fair, and the fair is happening today in Ibadan. You said 10 a.m. this morning.
Yes, from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. So I just want people to know they can come in up until 5 p.m. We'll be there.
Is it free?
It's a free event. You can come in. Some people have registered earlier than today, but if you haven't registered, still come in. At the event, we will register you. So please come. Everyone, you are invited.
So tell us the number to call in case we want to contact you.
Yes, please call us at 0915 237 1521. I repeat, 0915 237 1521.
The number is 0915 237 1521. The number to call if you want to contact the organizers of Think Canada Education Fair is 0915 237 1521. Why should I study in Canada?
Canadian education is recognized everywhere, anywhere in the world. Once you present a Canadian transcript, it's recognized on its face value. And for people who want to play on the world stage, Canada is a place where you can get good educational qualification that would help you to leverage your ambitions and get to the top in your profession that you want to. And again, it comes at an affordable cost, more affordable than studying in the UK or in the US. So that is another attraction for Canada. Canada is a multicultural society. You have people from all over the world, so you will not really feel completely out of place. You find many Nigerians there. And also Canada, they have welcoming communities because they're a multicultural society. They welcome people. They are a very friendly nation. And crime rate in Canada is much lower than some of the other developed countries.
You know, poverty has become an issue here. The economy is hard. Are there opportunities for scholarship and financial aid? Are you going to talk about this in the fair?
Definitely, we'll be talking about scholarships. Scholarships in Canada, people need to note, are based on merits. So if you want to get scholarship, you have to work hard and get those top grades that will get you scholarships. One of the universities that we will be on ground today to talk, they offer lots of scholarship to African students, but like I said, it's based on merits. We know that not everybody might be an A student, so we have other options for students. We have student loan options. So if you have some of the money but you don't have all of it, we have a financial institution in Canada that is ready to finance that study and give you repayment, a very good and comfortable repayment plan that they can stretch over 9 to 11 years of repaying the loan.
So all road leads to
Jogo Center. I'm not familiar with Ibadan, but I think it's
Liberty Road.
Liberty Road, Jogo Center, and the hall is the
Function Hall. And the number to call?
The number to call is 0915 237 1521. Again, 0915 237 1521.
Tukani Obasi, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you for having me.
The program is State Affairs. It is a class of history, politics, and power. Stay with the radio man.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Believe that you give us a reasonable price so that people will cooperate with you people. We are okay with their service. We are okay with their service. Either they met you in the house or not, they will pick it. So that is what we even like. But so we cannot compare it to the other ones that have been coming before.
My name is Santeran Shitu. I'm one of the team to Alluvial Unique Concepts, EHO, Environmental Health Officer.
Let's see. Are you on X? Are you on YouTube? Call the radio station. We've been discussing. You've heard snippets from Chief Bisi Akande, General Kunle Togun. What do you have to say? Call the radio station. I have told you about the book, The Foundations of Nigeria, edited by Adebayo Oyebade. I have told you about Philosophy of African Liberation, written by Chukwuemeka Enekwechi, classic. This young man has done a very good job. This book is so deep. Wow. You need to read this book. And it's a simple read. How many pages? It's about 52 pages. You will enjoy reading this work. It is deeply philosophical. I have talked about Professor Tunde Adeniran's book, Africa's Security Challenges in the 21st Century, Power Principles and Praxis in Global Politics. You can order these books on udarabooks.com. You can order these books on udarabooks.com. Chief Bisi Akande's book is the book of the week. It is this book that attracted me. And I said, no, I must speak with the author of this book. Chief Bisi Akande's autobiography, My Participation, is a book of history, politics, and power. See, if you are not reading this book, then you are not studying contemporary politics in Nigeria. I'm talking about Chief Bisi Akande's book, My Participation. It's an autobiography. It's more than 400 pages. If you read this book, you would understand Nigerian politics. That is the point I'm making. We talked about this book in that interview. I went to Chief Akande's house and I looked at an aspect of the book. Hey, the book of the week is My Participation, an autobiography written by Chief Bisi Akande. You can order copies on udarabooks.com or through my WhatsApp number 080 18449 080 18449. That's my WhatsApp number. The interview with Chief Akande, the interview we are playing this morning, centers around Bola Tinubu's politics. That is why this book by Sam Amatsai, entitled Beating All Odds, Diaries and Essays on How Bola Tinubu Became President, is a must-read for Nigerians interested in Bola Tinubu's politics, for Nigerians interested in Nigerian politics. Beating All Odds, Diaries and Essays on How Bola Tinubu Became President, written by Sama Masaye, is on udarabooks.com. Let's take some calls. But soon, let's listen to General Tomu. And I want Nigerians to comment on the alarm he has raised.
I was discussing with somebody one day. He was saying, I said, come, you are very close to Buhari. Go and meet him. A general is a soldier for life. Ask him that in the military, when foreigners enter your territory carrying arms, what is it you are told in the military? They are described to us as invaders.
Invaders.
And what did the military say we should do with them? We are to hunt them down like rabbits and eliminate them. I said, go and meet Buhari and ask him.
He didn't hunt them down?
Who are the people doing the kidnapping? Who are the people? They now refer to them as bandits. Who are the people carrying out the banditry?
Are they in our forest around here?
The entire Yoruba land is occupied by them.
As we are talking now?
As I'm talking to you.
General Togun?
Yes.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Are we on that threat in the southwest?
We are still there. The governor the other said that bandits were about 2 kilometers away from where he had his body. The entire Ibarapa, the entire Okeogun, they are saturated.
With
these people.
They are in the forest. They are with guns.
Of course.
What do they want?
They have said it. That Allah has given them the land of Nigeria as their inheritance.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Abeza Chasobina is on X. He says redemption of the mind from the frustration of poverty, ignorance, and injustice precedes the redemption of the state. The conflict you see in the society are projections of the mind. Guns should be the last option. Tinubu should focus on this and forget about petty politics. That is Abezo Charles Obina. I can see the exclusive ride on X. He says I'm in class, beauty on radio. Listening from Ekboma, Edo State. Ekboma. Hey. Ah. Hi, Sujeme. Emado. Ekboma. Hey. There you have Bruce Ali University. Good to have you listening from that angle. D on X says, I'm in class already, radio man. Thank you. I know you are in class. Happy to have you in class. Listening from Glasgow. He's listening from Glasgow, Scotland. Wow. Big Pedro is in class. He says, good morning. I'm in class this morning. Always good to be in class. Your YouTube page has been feeding me with history and quality interview. You see, by the time I will upload the Bisi Akande interview, you know what Baba Bisi Akande did? Both of us were just trekking gently along history lane. We were strolling. And Baba Bisi Akande was telling me the story of time. Hey, just wait for that interview. It will be uploaded on my YouTube channel soon. So if you've not subscribed to Edmondo Bilo on YouTube, please do that now. You see the General Tunde Kunle Togun interview. The Amotekun was not the substance of my interview with Kunle Togun. You know, Kunle Togun was that dreaded Deputy Director General of the State Security Service under Ibrahim Babangida. You remember? I'm talking about Colonel Kunle Togun, the dreaded Deputy Director General of the SSS in Babangida's time. Kunle Togun on different occasions interviewed Delegiwa, the journalist that was killed through a Paso bomb in 1986. I asked Kunle Togun what happened. Because some would say, oh, go and ask Kunle Togun what happened to Delegiwa. Kunle Togun has written a book on Delegiwa. It's an interview you should not miss. You know, it goes into history, intrigues, and politics. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay? All right. There is another interview we'll be uploading on that YouTube channel soon. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, the lioness of Lishabi. Have you heard the story of that woman? Fela's mommy. Fela's mommy. Most of us know her as Fela's mommy. She's more than that. She's more than Fela. That interview will be uploaded. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti will be uploaded soon. It is the next interview we are uploading on the YouTube channel. Are you on X? Some of the interviews are on X, on Instagram. So follow me on all social media platforms. On TikTok. We are streaming on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, you also have the opportunity to listen to those interviews. And now let me tell you something. Village Square is almost back, but you can only listen to it on that YouTube channel. And who knows, soon you might also begin to listen to it on radio. I'm now reworking Village Square, going back into time, using folklore as a tool for development, reworking some of those stories. Call the radio station 070694 93000 070694 93000. Call the radio station 070144 75 770. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother, Edmund Obilo.
I greet you.
I'm happy you mentioned Emado Ekpoma. But I'm not from that house. I'm from Edo State, Benin City, state capital.
Good.
My name is Adonis Oligi. I want to tell you two things that I've gained from the program. First, when you interview the daughter of our late uncle, Bondage, I got some insight to how the state organized the murder of that legal luminary. How can a policeman detailed to take care of that man take excuse that he wants to go and eat? They disarm themselves. On coming from where they went to eat, they were resting at the gate without checking out their principal first to see whether things have happened to him or what, how are they faring. The security operatives will tell you the implication of that. And secondly, wherever they went, would they say they did not see uninvited visitor entering the compound? And would they say they did not hear the gunshots in that compound? They were resting when they came, when the daughter entered. And even when the daughter raised an alarm, what do? Edmond Obilu. Okay, the daughter also mentioned that the mother was, and she died of malaria. That woman died of shock. I was already in tertiary institution in 2002, 2003, when the woman was reported dead. Baba Akande, that is just interviewed in this edition of the program, did a statue of Bola Ige in government state house, in state house in Washington State, and asked the woman to unveil that statue. The news had it that when the woman unveiled the statue and saw her husband face to face, she began to shake vehemently. And she could not recover from that shock. And subsequently, she was confirmed. Her death was announced days after. And another thing I want to...
Okay, I want you to round off. Please. Okay.
Yes, just a minute. You have revealed how he was killed. Another angle I want you to look at in depth and perhaps interviewed a legal luminary that was detailed to handle the case is retired justice. What's the name of this jury? So after his announcement that he was getting a threat from a very high office, the man was removed from Ibadan and taken to Chapman High Court. Are you getting it? Till now, it was when the man retired, he made some revelation or how the school treated him because of the way he stood on the revelation of the truth about the killing of Bola. This is what I want you to know. Regarding Baba Akande, he said Nigeria is laziness. Is it true that it's laziness that is making Nigeria to be poor? Even you, Obi, where you are today, are you not supposed to be more than this if you were given the right environment to operate? What you are doing today is what you yourself to be. Hello.
I'm with you.
Okay. Justice. So I want to remember his name. Anyway, when I remember it, I will call you back. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Yesterday evening, I released a recent interview with Bola Ige's son, Muyiwa Ige, on all my social media platforms except Facebook. Muyiwaige gave an eyewitness account. He was the one with his dad the day Bola Ige was killed. So if you go on X, you go on YouTube, it's a 21-minute interview. You go on TikTok, you can listen to that interview. I will also bring that interview on radio. I had about 2 hours, 20 minutes interview with Muyiwaige. We delved into the life of Bola Ige, but we've just released the 21 minutes about the murder of his father. So you can listen to that interview. Hopefully, by next edition of State Affairs on Radio, you'll hear it here. So, Bosu, I can see that phone. Yeah, Bosu has picked your call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Anthony.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? It's freezing.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Good morning. This is Anthony.
Okay, Anthony, good morning.
The issue of this Bola Ige's death, we all know where it comes from. We be realistic. It's the authority that knows, that authority at that period knows how the death, the cause of death happened. They may not want to confess now. Some woman being knows them, and God knows all of them who planned it. But I know that one day the truth will come out. There must be a confession from those who involved even in the planning and in the execution of that evil thing. But that is what we have to trust, that one day we will get the true revelation of those who involved in the death of that nobleman. And for the Baba that spoke about lazy, we don't plant, throw corn on the floor, it will grow. You see, society, I don't know, other person may have different perspectives on this issue, but my own perception on this issue is that society is a product of leadership. If you feel that society is not doing, the people are not doing well, go and ask the leaders. It is the way that society to be. If you are saying people should do something, and those who are in it and regulate the society, and even move people to do the needful, are not there. They don't even care. So what do you expect? Where is the enable environment authority have created for those people to be able to thrive or to do all these things that is expected of them to do? Where is the opportunity they've given them?
Thank you.
So it is the leadership problem. So it's not that Nigerians are lazy. Why does God put much premium on leadership? God does not joke with leadership. Go through your Bible, go through those God has selected to lead the people. You will see the way He deals with them.
Thank you.
In any society, those who lead, all the great nations you used to mention these days, sometimes you always mention the men that led to that greatness of that nation. If those men are not there, maybe we'll be having a different issue about those nations you are talking about. So leadership is very, very important.
Thank you.
In the development of any nation or a country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling the radio station. When I begin to say thank you, I'm telling you round off. And I say thank you again, I'm telling you your last minute. And when I say thank you the third time, I'll cut you off. Okay? Yes, we want to manage time. I know you have a lot to say. I understand that. Okay? And I enjoy listening to you when you call the radio station. Thank you for always being there. You know, and these voices have been there. Queen Ladele's voice is gone. Hey, let's talk about media. Education. Splash FM Media Academy. Tunde Olawo, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Edmond, good morning. It's my pleasure to be here.
Tunde, man, you did jaw awful. See your body. What are you eating?
Well, I won't let you say thank you to me this morning because I know 1 minute on your show runs into hundreds of thousands.
What is happening to Splash FM Media Academy?
Well, we have registration ongoing for new streams of students who are enrolling into the academy. It's been ongoing for about 3 weeks now, and we intend to conclude by the end of this month, which will be next Friday, 31st of January 2025. It's an opportunity for people who are aspiring to be broadcasters, great broadcasters. There are some who are also on the job and they're looking to get better in basic journalism, in presentation, in basic production, in fact-checking, podcasting, digital media. I mean, all these things put together, even understanding the laws guiding what we do. That's what we provide at the Splash Media Academy. And it's been on for about 6 years now. I'm happy to inform you that we have good stories to tell in terms of people who have come through the system and already established within the space. It's big enough. I mean, you look around, you see how radio stations are springing up in your state. It only means that's a thriving industry. But then again, we need professionals, just not anybody diving in, and that's what we're here to ensure that we instill that excellence in broadcasting. It's about broadcasting. That's what we do to Broadcast Media Academy.
So for those interested, what should they do?
What they need to do is to register. Registration is ongoing. They can actually come to our office right here at the White House building in Ibadan. Registration is just 10,000 naira, and the tuition, there's been a slight review. I think it's 70,000 now. But maybe for the benefit of those who are listening to the Radio Man, if you register between now and next Friday, and you let us know that you heard it via Edmond's program, you get a 10% discount.
Okay, let's go.
He's on the house.
Are you a young person listening? Let's go. Before now to next Friday, come register. Say you heard it on Edmondo Bilo's show, and you get 10% discount. You know what that means? And I must commend Splash FM Academy. The quality of your graduates. I have seen them. I've spoken to some of them. What do you do to their mind that they come out so sharp?
Well, I'll say it's the Splash FM spirit, which is about excellence. We don't believe anything should be done in an half-hearted manner. We believe that if you're going to be on the radio, speaking to millions of people who are so intelligent, you then need to be equipped with everything that you need, from your voice to your content to preparation, everything. I'm so happy. Just like you said, there have been so many places that I come across people. I mean, too many to even, because I also teach there. And they'll say, sir, you can't remember me. I was at the academy. Many of them, in fact, one is already a news editor. One of the stations in Ibadan. So we're not the first. We're not the first. There have been others before us, but we have just brought in that extra touch of excellence. One of the things we also do outside the 6 weeks training is to not do what is regularly known as industrial training. Rather, it's individual placement. So we tailor to your need, your placement. So you're interested in politics, in governance, in policy. What are you doing with Kebugi? It should be with Edmond. You're interested in entertainment, in lifestyle, then Kebugi is your man. You want to be the best when it comes to news translation, then you should be with the likes of Lanrewaju Adewusi, Kunliani Fowoshe, and co. So that is the idea. There are many people. In fact, one of the trends I've noticed these days are people who are from the print media, who are also interested in learning about digital media, because if you notice, most of the print media organizations we have around are also now big in promoting their stories through the social media. So we have veterans in the industry, men in their 50s, in their 60s, saying, well, I am now the director of digital media and I need to equip myself. So we provide that. Podcasting is such a big deal also in the media industry. So it is really about preparing. There's no magic anywhere. Let nobody tell you that, with just a snap of a finger, you become the best. It is about training and understanding that you need to continue to learn and never stop learning. I mean, look at the books that the radio man is reading. So we also have some phone numbers that you can call if you want to make some inquiries about the Splash Media Academy. So if I may, I'll just call the numbers now.
Please go ahead.
070 54 39 3332. I'll call it again, 070 54 39 3332. You can also reach us on this one, 090 36 09 0478. Again, 090 36 09 0478.
So the numbers to call to reach Splash FM Media Academy are 070 54 39 33 32. That is 070 54 39 33 32. You can also call 090 36 09 0478. So those are the numbers to call. Today you can see one of the products of Splash FM Media Academy sitting there. She has become a part of the State Affairs team.
I think she should be in either the first or second. I mean, so proud of her. She's one of the trees we've planted, I'll say.
I just saw her one day. She just peeped in, boom, and before you know her spirit, I saw the Splash FM Media Academy spirit in her.
Exactly.
And before you know, she's now part of the State Affairs team.
We have a lady who is on Lagilu FM now, Aderunke Ogule. We call her Aderunke Sunshine. She handles the program there. There's also Ola Emmanuel, who handles the cooperative show on Lagilu FM. He's also a regular analyst on Splash FM. They are all over the place.
So you keep asking me, you want to be part of the State Affairs team. Edmond Obilo, how do I work with you? No. Go to Splash FM Academy. Then once I see how you're doing, I can come there, say, come join my team. And you get some money for being part of the team. All right? Tunde Olawo, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much, Edmond.
And Tunde Olawo is the General Manager Operations, Splash FM. Are you there? The Bisi Akande interview on State Affairs after this break. Stay tuned.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Splash FM 105.5.
So, though people do say a lot of things, like telling us that due to the change in service every time, that was the main issue for them not to be complying most times. So we told them that it won't be like that anymore. The government has backed the contractor up with enough resources for them to operate. So they don't have any issue concerning that anymore. Even if there is change in contractor, it will be like a follow-up for them. So, and ever since, people are changing. Our uniform scares most people, but we do give them assurance that we will come in peace. Nothing to to worry about.
You can see we've been around one of the zones in Olioli local government here to see how the evacuation and transportation work goes on. And also with us we've had the engagement and enlightenment team that knock some people's houses to talk to them about compliance and the effects it has on all of us, to let them know that we are not doing this for the government, we are doing it for ourselves. Obviously the populace, the residents, to have one or two reasons why they are complying or why they are not complying as well. So we do this on a norm, get information from the field, process it, and allow us to develop on the work as well. Gradually we're moving. As at the time we started this work, it wasn't encouraging at all. It was below 14%. But as it is, even though it's slow, we know Rome was not built in a day. So gradually we're moving. Month in, month out, we get over 100 new compliants every month. So yes, I think we are on the right direction. The government is supporting the consultant. The government is doing a whole lot. I mean, giving us the back office work, making sure that we are able to focus on the operations, to make sure that we are able to achieve on the job. Or, you know, I mean, when you're talking about Ibadan and its environs, it's a bit of a grassroots area. So, I mean, you might need to invest a lot, not only money now, time, effort, and show consistency before this thing will pick. There's no way they can engage in any economic activities as well.
We have seen this AUC coming since almost 4 or 5 months now, picking our refuse here and there. But what we discussed in the meeting is that the money is somehow exorbitant. So we want them to even reduce it. Then we are enlightening our people to get drums, not to be burning refuse outside. So that is what we are. So as we saw you this morning, we believe that you give us a reasonable price so that people will cooperate with you people. We are okay with their service. We are okay with their service. Either they met you in the house or not, they will pick it. So that is what we even like. But so we cannot compare it to the other ones that have been coming before.
My name is Santeran Shitu. I'm one of the team to Alluvial Unique Concepts, EHO, Environmental Health Officer. Our work mainly we sensitize the community on the implication, the hazard of not complying to the service on ground. So, though people do say a lot of things, you know, like telling us that due to the change in service every time, that was the main issue for them not to be complying most times. So we told them that it won't be like that anymore. The government has backed the contractor up with enough resources for them to
Chief Bisi Akande, former governor of Osun State and a respected elder statesman, takes center stage in this interview. In a sweeping conversation, Bisi Akande looks at the life and legacy of Bola Ige, highlighting the qualities that made him a remarkable politician and statesman. Chief Bisi Akande also revisits the tragic and unresolved murder of Ige, a wound that remains fresh in the hearts of many Nigerians. But this morning, we'll bring you a different and equally gripping segment of the interview. Chief Akande, former chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, unpacks the political intrigues and behind-the-scenes maneuver that shaped the emergence of Bola Tinubu as president of Nigeria. In this interview, he reveals his pivotal role in the unfolding drama, offering a rare glimpse into the power plays that defined a critical moment in the nation's political history. Stay tuned for a story of ambition, strategy, and leadership. It is Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station.
We joke about it, but I always say, Uncle, the way you go, you won't write this thing. He will say, okay, I will, you know. And that was one of the reasons he was resigning from that government. But when he told me about what happened in Ife, I was very sad. And I said, I told you not to be going to such socials. It was happening in my state. I didn't go there. I wasn't in the country that day, but many things happened before that day. I didn't attend. I was the governor and I wouldn't go. I didn't want Bola to be going to socials.
Was that a sign that something bad was coming?
No, because I wanted him to write his memoir. And I know social, waste your time. You don't do many things you ought to have done.
He was also interested in still becoming president?
I don't think anymore. Before he died, I don't think anymore. But he would be interested in getting anybody within our party becoming president. Who, I don't know.
Did you see the resignation letter he wrote?
Yes.
What did he say in that letter?
I can't remember, but I think it was shown to me after his death. I think I saw it after his death. How I saw it, I can't remember, but I think I saw it after his death. The first one I didn't see, but he told me about it. That was about a year before the one he wrote.
And you alluded in this book that Obasanjo wasn't keen about investigating the assassination of Bola.
I mean, is it me that wrote, or we know, he wasn't keen. He wasn't interested about Bola's death. He was more interested about the stability of himself in power and, if possible, continuance after.
But some suspects were arrested.
Some
suspects were arrested.
Oh yes,
they were taken to court.
That was for the police. I wouldn't know about that. In Oyo State,
even Obishuri was arrested.
Yes, that was for the police in Oyo State. The police was doing his job in the light they have.
Bola Ige encouraged you to be governor of Osun State, right?
Oh yes, oh yes.
You were not even interested.
No,
you are never interested
because I didn't see what I was going to gain other than service at the direction my leadership wanted.
But he kept persuading you to move in.
Oh yes, he did.
And you moved in.
Oh yes. Oh, it is in obedience to his instruction that I contested governorship. Honestly, and he spent all the money that made me the governor.
He spent all the money.
Kobo.
You didn't spend one kobo.
One kobo.
Oh, you didn't have money?
I didn't have, and I told him.
Chief Bisi Akande, I thought you were very rich.
I'm a very poor person.
You are no longer poor, right?
I struggle.
You are no longer poor.
Well, I'm not rich, all the same. I'm not rich.
Why did you not listen to Bola Ige telling you not to pick Omishore as deputy?
He didn't tell me honestly.
Okay.
If he told me, I don't know what would have been my attitude. Honestly, I didn't know what would have been my attitude. I was looking for him. I couldn't see him. Then I went to the Ige. And the Ige, told me a list of facts. All our leaders in Ife preferred Omishore. And I didn't want to go against our leaders because I have determined I would take it from Ife.
Did you regret that decision?
Honestly, no.
No?
No.
No?
No.
He fought you.
Oh, yes.
He gave you a battle.
Oh, yes. I mean, by the time you are taking a decision, you have a reason for it. Whatever comes out of that decision is a consequential issue. I wouldn't say I regret. I may have picked somebody else, it might be worse.
And you eventually kicked him out?
No, the House of Assembly kicked him out.
Through the influence of the governor?
No, through the influence of the court judgment.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Now let's come to contemporary times a bit.
Okay, yes.
Because Tinubu is now the president.
Oh yes, he is.
You're happy, right?
Oh, very happy. I instigated him. I encouraged him. I worked for it.
You instigated him?
Oh yes.
You told him go for it?
Oh yes. They called me. Somebody called me, come, there is trouble. And I was in Lagos. What is the trouble? They say anybody that talks to him about presidency he was quarreling with them. When this one talk about that, anybody that mentioned, he was quarreling with them. And then I met him. And he said, Baba, do you have money? If I have the kind of money that people have to be president, I will rank with Dangote.
Tinubu was saying that?
Yes, to me.
When was this?
Well, sometimes shortly before COVID. Shortly before ENSA.
The same Tinubu everybody is saying is the owner of Lagos in terms of money?
Yeah, that's what he said to me.
That he have money?
Yes, that's what he said to me. And I said, look, we don't want you to be president because of you. You are unimportant in this matter. But that in Yoruba tradition, when you want to worship the deity, you take the fattest animal or the biggest yam to worship the deity. Yoruba wants to be president. And you are the one we have now. It is to sacrifice you so that we can have president, not for you to be anything.
What did he say?
He didn't know what to say. He was looking at me as if I was sick or something. He didn't say anything. He was just sober.
But he told us that becoming the president was his lifetime ambition.
Yes, I don't know. But at that time, people called me, many people, they called me, come, there's trouble. And I went.
And he listened to you?
He listened. And where he asked questions, he said, okay, Baba, you now say I should run.
He calls you Baba?
Yes. He said, now you say I should run. What about this, my leg? He's having a bad leg. Arthritis. I said, go and do it. There's sick time. Go and do it. You heal in 6 months. And then you start walking again.
And he went to fix it. And COVID came.
Everything, many things came. ENSA came, many things.
Some people thought ENSAS was the end of Tinubu.
ENSA was aimed to be the end of Tinubu.
Did you say that?
Yes.
ENSAS
was designed to be the end of Tinubu.
Can you expatiate?
Those behind the ENSA knew that's what they were doing.
Who were those behind it?
What do you call them? The obedience.
The obedience?
The obedience were behind the ENSAs.
We're behind the ENSA?
Yes. It was manufactured from America. And so brought in just to stop him.
But Obi Who are the obedient?
I said the obedient.
So who are the obedient? So who are the obedient?
The obedience came from America to do the NSAR, and later became a movement to form a party, and they couldn't form a party and join whichever party.
You know, I thought obedience was tied to Peter Obi.
Well, maybe Obi's party, I don't know. Maybe Obi's movement, I don't know. But the obedience were behind the NSARs.
So it was well planned.
Planned. Organized with a lot of money.
From America?
From America, yes.
How come Tinubu did not see this coming?
Well, not every ambush is detected.
Not every ambush is dictated. You see, I want to read from your book. One of the chapters here is Tinubu, the strategic thinker. That is page 479. Page 479. Let's read. You said Tinubu is always thinking ahead. He is a comprehensive political strategist who does not take anything for granted. How come he was caught unawares by NSARS?
Well, he's no God. He may not know everything. And he's a financial expert. He's not a political expert.
But he has become a political expert.
And I said it there.
But he's now a political expert.
I'm not saying so. He's now a politician. He must have known a lot now since he became president. But before he became president, he knew very little about Nigeria. He may know a lot about politics of America. He may know a lot about politics of Lagos. But I know he was very ignorant about the politics of Nigeria. But now that he's been president, I don't know how much he may have known.
You know, at some point, I saw you trying to call meeting of Yoruba political leaders when Osinbajo was becoming a subject matter. You know, was that a headache for you at that time?
No. I wanted everybody, anybody that wishes, to be free to contest election. But I don't want bitterness among the Yoruba contestants. I want them to talk on issues and not want to destroy the other, because I want one of them to emerge in the end. I want a Yoruba president.
You didn't try to convince Osinbajo to step down for Tinubu?
No, I didn't. No, I tried to later, after those meetings. I tried to later. I asked them, look, you are now 11. We want only one. Voluntarily, I want any of you, to step down.
They didn't step down?
They didn't, but at the evening of the primary, some came to meet me. I'm going to step down today, sir.
They came to meet you?
Yes. Said they want to step down. I can't.
Was it not too late at that time?
Well, they stepped down. It wasn't too late.
Osinbajo did not step down?
No, he didn't step down.
How did Tinubu feel about that?
I didn't discuss it thereafter.
And you've not discussed it?
I didn't discuss it with Tinubu thereafter.
How do you feel about that?
Well, Osinbajo has every right to contest, and he did. I don't blame anybody for contesting elections. You want to contest, you contest.
Was Buhari against Tinubu?
He didn't tell me so, because I put many questions to him.
You asked Buhari?
Oh yeah, many questions.
What were those questions?
One, he wanted me to see that he was not the one who instigated Osinbajo to contest against Tinubu. And he made it clear. He said, in his own culture, when his mentor is interested in one position, you don't contest with him. But when Osinbajo came, he was surprised, and he only wished him well.
Tinubu was Osinbajo's mentor?
Oh, that's the way Buhari put it to me.
Tinubu nominated Osinbajo as vice president?
Well, I won't say so. I nominated him.
You nominated Osinbajo?
But after consulting with Tinubu.
Did Tinubu pick him and then you nominated him?
No, I nominated him after consulting with Tinubu.
Chief Akande, I want to be clear.
I say it the way it is in my book. I say, Tinubu, come. In 2011, you were discussing with Buhari, trying to replace Bakari with somebody. Who was the person? He said Osibajo. And I said, I'm going to recommend Osibajo. And I recommended Osibajo.
He accepted.
Who?
Tinubu accepted.
I didn't ask whether he accepted. I just asked.
You were the interim chairman of the party at the time.
Yes, I was.
And you recommended Osibajo.
Yes.
So when Buhari told you that in his own tradition, when your mentor is interested, you step down.
Yeah.
Was he referring?
You don't show interest.
You don't show interest.
Yeah.
Was he referring to Osibajo?
Yeah, because I thought Buhari instigated Osibajo. Then I asked him.
So what was the second question you asked him?
The second question I asked him was, when I was national chairman, I composed the campaign council. I made Buhari the chairman. I made Tinubu the vice chairman. When Buhari wanted to contest the second term, I was no longer in the scene. Buhari was the chairman, Tinubu was co-chairman. I think you remember.
Yeah.
Then I asked him, you must have seen something good in him that made you were already a president. You wanted to do second term. You don't make him vice chairman like I made him when you were doing the first one. You made him a co-chairman. Now it's his turn.
Now
it is Tinubu's turn.
Did you coin him Iloko?
No, I met Buhari alone.
All right.
And I said, look, when I was national chairman and you were to contest the first time, immediately after the primary, I composed the campaign council. I made you the chairman, having won the primary. And I made Tinubu vice chairman. And we went ahead. But when you were president, you wanted to contest the second term. You were the chairman of the campaign council. And you made Tinubu the co-chairman, not vice. Which means there is merit in Tinubu. Otherwise, you won't promote him over and above vice chairmanship. I made him co-chairman. What can be wrong now?
At that point, you noticed something was going wrong.
Huh?
At that point, you have already noticed something was going wrong.
Oh, no, I noticed some kind of, say, being uninterested. And I said, what's wrong now? Why are you not? And he asked me what I said, raise money for him. And he said he would.
And he said he would?
Yes. And he called meetings, and assigned responsibilities for people to raise money.
So at that point, Buhari backed Tinubu?
I don't know. He did that anyway.
When the president raised money?
Oh, I don't know whether he raised money, but he called a meeting to which he called me, and he assigned responsibility. Whether they raised money or not, I don't know.
No, you should know now. Did money come in from that
committee? I live in Ila. I live in Ila. Yes, I live in Ila. I only went to Abuja each time I go, trying to solve problem. I go to Abuja and meet whoever I should meet and say what I want to say.
Chief Akande, you are Tinubu's person.
Oh, yes, I am.
Did Buhari raise money for Tinubu?
I wouldn't know. Honestly, I didn't ask because things went in succession. After that, many things happened. We went to court. Some governors went to court. Things started happening. An election was coming, and electioneering was coming, and they were spending money. I wasn't part of that electioneering.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Did the leadership of the APC try to frustrate Tinubu's candidacy?
I wouldn't say the leadership. The leadership supported him, that's why he won.
No, before he won. At some point.
No, before primary.
Before primary.
Oh, there are many obstacles. Can
you tell us some of the obstacles?
Well, maybe some will wait for now. I will tell a story later. I'm writing another book.
You're still writing?
I'm writing. Yeah, something like that. I told you on
just give me some hints.
Well, what I know is that there are many people who are invited by certain people close to the presidency, not by the president. Certain people close to the presidency.
People like?
Well, certain people close to the presidency, calling people, go and take form, come and be president, come and be this, They were doing that. But not the president himself. Nobody told me the president himself told him. But people are saying, people are using the name of the president. The president asked us to go and take form. The president asked us to go and do this. And it is one of those messages that reaches the northern governors when they say no, the thing should come from the south.
Because the reason I asked this question.
Yes.
Immediately President Tinubu took office. The leadership of the APC under Buhari disappeared, including Omishori.
Oh, no. That was much later after the election.
But they left after the election.
After the election, yes.
Why did they go?
Honestly, I don't know. That's the party's problem.
Are you still playing politics?
No.
Chief Akande?
No, honestly, I didn't. Honestly.
You don't care anymore?
Oh, I mean, what my goal was that Tinubu, no, my goal originally was that a Yoruba man should be president. And my choice was Tinubu. Once Tinubu became the president, I became happy. I retired to Ela. Later now, one day he called me. And I said, where are you talking from? He said, from France. I said, where are you, Baba? I have not been seeing you. So I said, okay, when you come back. When are you coming back? He told me. And when I met him, he said, Baba, you started asking me to run. And I run. Now you are running away, Baba. It's true. After I became the president, I went back to my village.
Why are you running away, Baba?
Because I don't want to be a minister. I don't want to be anything.
But you can advise. Your experience.
Where will I do that? Where will I do it? Will I take the place of his wife in his bedroom? He's already in the presidency. I won't go there to live.
So that she don't look you there?
No, she don't look. I went back home. And when he called me, and I said, okay, I'm sorry. What do I do? He said, anytime you are around, I feel comfortable. Then I said, okay, I'll be coming around. So occasionally I go to Abuja, spend a few days. I may not even see him.
Why?
Because, the president is a very busy thing.
But Chief Akande should see the president anytime he wants.
If I see him, what will I tell him? Do I read file on education? Do I read file on health? Do I read file on security? What will I tell him?
So what will you write in your next book?
Oh, what I observe.
So what are you observing?
I won't call it my participation there. I call it my observations.
So what are you observing? Tinubu has done almost 2 years.
Oh, yes. I know he's going in the right direction. I told you the other time that Nigeria was almost gone. Well, when a country is borrowing money from abroad, it can't get to borrow again. Borrowing from inside, it can't get to borrow again. Started printing money.
So Buhari destroyed Nigeria?
Not Buhari.
Who?
Oh, Nigeria.
No, Chief Akande.
I won't say Buhari destroyed Nigeria.
Who was borrowing money?
Nigerian government.
Buhari was Nigerian government?
Yes,
APC.
Agreed, yes.
So APC wrecked Nigeria?
Look, that case is in court now. Let the case be out of court. We'll talk about
What case is in court?
Oh, the central bank is in court.
But the APC caused economic havoc in Nigeria.
No, Nigeria was down. The only thing was that when the APC came, it was difficult to start. Now they have seen the way and they are starting well. Peace is coming back.
Peace?
Peace is coming back.
Did you say
it's
peace?
Much better now, yes.
There's a new terrorist group in Sokoto.
Oh.
The southeast is on fire.
Can you compare that with what you were having?
Bandits are attacking communities in Katsina.
Oh, no. If that is what you compare with what you have 3, 4, 5 years, 8 years, 9, 10 years ago, then you don't measure well. Under APC, peace is coming to Nigeria. And the economy is becoming more stable.
Have you heard people screaming Ibinkpami?
Come to my compound here. I will give you plenty of tomato, plenty of things to,
There's hunger in the land.
If you are lazy, in Nigeria.
There's hunger in the land.
If you are lazy in Nigeria, a corn, just a seed of corn, put it on soil. In under 3 months, you have about 1,000 seeds. Ebi ò lè pààyàn Nigeria except lazy people.
Lazy people?
Yes. Ebi ò pa èmi ní Nigeria.
The dollar, the naira has been devalued.
Oh, the naira is not devalued. The naira remains the naira. Naira chasing other money without productivity will disappear.
So we need to produce.
You have to produce.
Have you told the president that?
Oh yes, it's not the president to produce. It is those who thought the government should produce and took over production from BP, from Mobil, from Shell, and call it NNPC that destroyed this country. They took production from radio this, radio that, and call everything Radio Nigeria. They destroyed this country. Take school from this proprietor, from that proprietor, and so on, and think we are running a communism. Those are the people that destroyed this country. Take things away from everybody and concentrate it in the hands of the government. Those are the people that destroyed this country.
No, Baba, during your 85th birthday,
yes,
you delivered a speech.
Yes.
That got me so interested that I had to do an analysis of your speech for about 1 hour on radio. You said these coming political vagabonds are going to fight with you.
Yes.
Who are these coming political vagabonds?
Vagabonds.
Who are they?
Plenty in the streets. Those who see power as a means of livelihood. They are snatching power, left, right, and center.
So they are in power already?
No, they are coming.
They are still coming?
Some of them are in it, some are still coming. They become the example of most. I was talking to the governors.
The governor?
Yes.
Please talk to them, let's hear.
That's what you are reading out. That they shouldn't allow the vagabonds to take over from them.
You said these coming political vagabonds are going to fight you?
Yes.
Today the vagabonds are hiding under your armpits, under your garments.
Yes.
The current political leaders in Nigeria should be careful of these new sets of vagabonds.
Yes.
These new sets of vagabonds.
Yes.
They are old set of vagabonds. Who are the old set?
Please. The vagabonds are in the streets and they are taking over power. In my days, people don't go to government for money at all. You come out, if not possible, poorer than you go in.
But that has changed.
Oh, you go there now to make money.
So the vagabonds have been around?
No, some of them are there. Some are coming.
And more are coming?
Oh, yes.
That is trouble for Nigeria.
Oh, it's trouble for everybody.
So what do we do?
Oh, I warned. I can only warn. I can't stop. I'm not a police. I'm not the security. I'm not anybody. I'm not the active politicians. You know.
You said they vagabonds are the most corrupt.
Yes.
And are becoming more popular in the minds of the people.
Yes.
They have more money and are possibly richer than you.
Oh, yes.
They will fight and possibly take over power if you are not careful. But they don't mean well for the nation.
They don't. Because they have no thinking other than going there to take the money.
But they are already taking the money.
They are already, oh yes. Me and you should fight hard to stop them. If we can't, we are gone.
We should fight.
Oh, we should.
Tinubu can do something, right?
Oh, he has started doing a lot.
But more money is still flying out of the system.
Oh, there is nothing he can do. You know, he's been concentrating on the revenue aspect of the economy. Let's say when the new tax bill is passed, let's see what he will do again at the expenditure end.
You are so in support of the new tax bill?
Oh, absolutely. Those who are opposed to it, they don't have anything to point to.
The North is opposed to it.
They don't. Some of them, when I ask, they don't even read it. They read the sharing formula.
So they should go read it.
Oh yes, they are reading it now. They are reading it. They are changing heart.
Before Tinubu came,
yes,
you were an apostle of decentralization of power.
Centralization of power?
Decentralization.
Oh, decentralization. Thank you.
Was some called restructuring?
Yes.
Of the Nigerian state.
Yes.
It seems everybody in Yoruba land is now quiet about restructuring. Why?
Well, when trees fall upon trees, you take the one on top. If you start taking the one below, you won't be able to take any tree out of the fallen trees. Definitely, the economy is so bad that you can't restructure anything until you restructure the economy. You can't. You can't restructure anything until you restructure the economy. When the economy is fully restructured, the politics restructuring will be easier.
But some would say it's when you restructure the politics that you opened up the economy.
Circumstances are not the same all the time. The case of Nigeria is worse than that now.
You know, Buhari gave us the same excuse. Let's fix the economy. Jonathan came, let's fix the economy.
I don't know what they mean, but I know Tinubu is now fixing the economy.
And we are getting hungrier.
I don't know. If you are lazy, you will.
You are towing the Buhari line. Where Buhari called Nigerian youths lazy.
Honestly, what I mean is that he who does not work shall not eat.
They are working. There's no even job.
Oh.
There's unemployment. Inflation is more than 30%. Chief Akande.
Look, come to my place in Ila. I will take you to my farm. I harvest.
Should I announce to the world that we should move to a loud Ogun to come and eat from your farm?
I only feed myself. I try to feed myself. Go around my house, this one. Go around. You will see my vegetables. I eat from the compound here. I don't go out.
So you believe restructuring will come?
Oh yes. Immediately after, when the economy is straightened, the political structure will start.
But that will not be in Tinubu's first term.
I don't know when it will be, but what I know is that where you concentrate the economy in few hands, others won't be able to reach it. Now, let them liberate the economy. Then we will be able to think in a liberal way to say, okay, when do we liberate the politics?
You know, I can remember you walking into CMS bookshop.
Yes.
And you went to buy Awolowo's books.
Yes.
Why did you buy the books?
Oh, I bought 3 books that day. I bought Awo. I bought My Life by Azikwe or something like that. And one by the Sadana of Sokoto. But when I read the 3 books, I know one was more purposeful than the other.
Which one was more purposeful?
Oh, Awolowo's book, definitely. Definitely.
You loved Awo?
Oh, he's a deep thinker. He's a very deep thinker.
Remember your first meeting with him?
Oh, yes.
You went with many questions.
I thought he's just one of those politicians. But when I left him, I knew, look, I was a mere newspaper reader.
Say that again.
I knew the man knew all things about, he knew all things about everything.
It was deep.
Oh, very deep, very deep.
And spiritually deep.
Whoever is deep will be spiritually strong. You know, he is very deep. He's very deep. And he doesn't act on impulse at all. He listens and educates.
You said Awolowo was the leader of leaders.
He was. He impressed me.
You ran away from Ilaorogun. You remember Jim Osiriki?
Yes.
You remember him?
I remember.
He saved you.
He saved me.
They would have beaten the hell out of you that day.
Yes. I didn't know the councillors were angry.
The way he just came into that crowd.
Oh yes, he was sent for. He was their instrument.
To come and deal with you.
Come and deal with.
And when he saw you.
Oh yes, he remembers we were old classmates.
Did you insult the councillors?
Oh, he said, where have you met this man doing evil to anybody? Whoever is bold enough, let him touch him. And he started pulling me away, so I started running after him.
He got to a point and he told you to run for your life.
He said, please.
And you ran out of a loud.
Yes, I did. I was there on holidays, a stranger.
Thank you for writing this book.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Do you enjoy reading this book?
Yeah, I have not had time to read it again, but I read it several times before it was published.
It's a good book.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you said you want to write again.
Yes, I'm writing my observation. This is my participation.
You're not tired at 86?
Well, let me see how much you die in this thing. You don't retire from me.
Chief Bisi Akande, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Hey, okay. Call the radio station. Make it fast. What do you think? What's your comment? Hit the nail on the head. 30 seconds. 070 694 930 00 070 144 75770. Those are the numbers to call. 30 seconds. Good morning.
Hello? Yeah, good morning, Edmond. Yeah. I'm Lawrence. I'll be right here. You see, Baba is just like the second-hand man of the president. And also, people like that writing for us is a very good thing. Because I always tell the youth that we should have a sense of history. Because the relationship between the past and the present is reciprocal. When you know about the past, you'll be able to know a lot about the future. There's a good thing having such persons on your program. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That is it. 30 seconds. Good morning. All right, we'll cut off that call. Turn down the volume of your radio set. 30 seconds. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Albert. I'm kidding. I'm calling from Colorado. Now, we thank God that we are alive in this present fact. That we can witness what happened in the past and now can relate to the future. If we leave these people with their books in the hands of our children, then we have a very big problem. Now, he's saying something to his own favor, which is normal anyway. Normal anyway for you to be saying something that you and what you participated in. But anyone, 80% of us listening to know that's not the truth. And we know the truth. So we are telling our children the truth. So whatever books they come up with, we know they are right, just writing nonsense. So thank you.
You say people are writing nonsense. No, that's not fair. That's not a fair language to use on radio. You know what it takes to write a book? He has written his own story. You write your story. I don't like that. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Edmond. My name is man. I'm calling from Nigerian. See, I listened to the interview about this Chief Bisi Akande. What I got from the interview is that the old man is economical with the truth. Very, very economical with the truth. In the issue of the NSAS, how could you say that the NSAS was caused by the obedient group? That is lie. It's not good. That is not a good way to lay down to analyze a history. And when you push about the economic situation of Nigeria, talk about the CBN and so on and so forth, it was like, no, it was not Buhari. Then who? Buhari was the government, was in charge of the government. And it was like, no, not Buhari, not this one, not APC. To me, that is not truthful.
Thank you. Thank you for calling the radio station. I have to go now. I recommend Bisi Akande's book to you. It is the book of the week. My participation. A lot of political history in this book. Persons and places. You'll find it on udarabooks.com. You can also order it through my WhatsApp number 080-999-18449. Another book I'm recommending to you is this one, Walking with Buhari, Reflections of a Special Advisor, Media and Publicity, written by Femi Adesina. Working with Buhari, a book written by Femi Adesina. You also find this on udarabooks.com. Next week is another time on State Affairs. I am Edmondo Bilo. Thank you for listening. The next program is Ijoba Tiwa by Sheun Special, Ijoba Tiwa on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station, with Sheun Special. I am Edmondo Bilo. Thank you for being there.